to touch other people. And that's a beautiful thing. So I want to thank you for that. That was just beautiful. And so what we do right now is we'll just kind of go over ministry and what we're doing and how we move it forward this year. And this is an open forum. You can interrupt and you can talk, you can add comments, dialogue, it's a conversation. Because when everybody walks out here to clear out here where we're going, and want everybody to be inspired to get even more involved because we're on a mission. Spread God's word. Now, when we get started, I don't care.
Open that door over there.
Their ministry, how
Did the door open?
their umbrella. So you just
I'll give y'all some air in just a minute. What?
Good morning and Happy New Year. I am Mary Muriel, WU Director for Union Baptist Association, and I am in my second year. When I was called and asked if I would consider, I had been praying for God to give me a ministry. My husband had just passed away in November of that year, and I had told my son, that my oldest son, I said, Mom, God's not through with you. He's got something for you. And I said, oh yeah, I know. I've got a long list of things I want to do. But that was what I wanted to do, and I really wanted God's direction. And I had been called about another possibility of another ministry, which I love, but for some reason I just didn't feel that was really where God was calling me. And when the nominating committee called me to consider serving as WU Director for Union Association, I thought, oh, that's a big job. 600 and something churches in Union Association. And I thought, and I thought, well, Lord, is this what you want me to do? And I prayed and prayed, and I asked all the people to pray. And then I asked our head deacon at our church. I didn't want to let anybody know yet because I hadn't been elected, so I told him, I said, this was very confidential, but I needed him to pray for me. I said, I've been asked to serve as WU Director, but I need your prayers. I said that because before I always had the support of my husband, and he looked at me real quick and he said, but you have the support of your church, and most of all God. And this past year has, the first year was a learning experience, and this second year as I have started, it has been a very enjoyable experience as I have learned to work in the office. Finally found my way in that computer, learned to cut and paste, and I would like to commend this church because we have two of your sisters, your members of this church, working with us very closely in leadership positions. Sherry is our youth consultant, working with ACT teams and Youth in Action, but youth period. And she is doing a marvelous job. And we have Catherine Beck, who serves on the Policy and Finance Committee. And I said, that's the committee that makes the big decisions. They are the ones that actually, with the leadership team. And the leadership team is, we have 18 or 19 people, if I count myself. We have a director, assistant director, secretary, treasurer, and then we have a prayer consultant, mission involvement consultant, and all the age-level consultants. Women's Missionary Union is about training or equipping women and men to be involved in missions, education, and mission involvement. So we have age-level consultants, which includes adults, which is Baptist women, and adults on mission, which is a co-ed education. We have youth on missions, which is our ACT teams and our youth on missions, but it includes even, we want to include even those that are not in an organized, ongoing missions. We want missions involved. For example, the mission consultant can also encourage people in the churches, if they do not have an ACT teams or youth on missions, to use that material with their Sunday school classes or any other youth group. We also have a children's consultant that works with GAs, Girls in Action, and when I was that age, it was called Girls Auxiliary. And the work is all very similar. We also have a mission, Children in Action, which is a co-ed education for boys and girls. But sometimes we don't have leaders for the boys, the RAs. And so Women's Missionary Union several years ago went co-ed. Our only co-ed organization was our Mission Friends, which back in my days was called Sunbeams. But then we have other consultants. We have Dr. Charlene Kyle is our African American Sisters Who Care consultant, and she has a team, and they are going into our African American churches trying to get organized, and they're doing a good job. And then we have a multicultural, which makes up a language group team that just started in November meeting, and they will be meeting and having, it's a growing group. I went to their Christmas luncheon, and let me just tell you, the representatives, women in that group, we had, the leader serves on our leadership team, which is Cecil. She is Filipino. We had an Indian from India. We had Cambodian. We had a Korean. We had I think Vietnamese and a young woman from Singapore. To hear these women share about their journey, spiritual journey, was thrilling. And then following that, to be able to taste the different foods. And they sent me home with Indian curry and everything else. So for 1 week, I didn't have to cook. Our purpose in Women's Missionary Union is to do God's will and to share His love. That is the whole purpose. I just want to share with you a little bit of my personal testimony. Why I love this organization so much. It is truly because of Women's Missionary Union and, of course, 3 Indian women that walked 6 miles to the little community where I live and walked 6 miles back to share God's love. And they only came with a Bible. They were going to have a vacation Bible school in an abandoned home. And they didn't have a flag, they didn't have Kool-Aid, they only brought their Bibles. And they taught us the scripture, God is love. That was the first time I had ever heard about God. Now, my parents were raised Catholics, and it was more tradition than anything. And we didn't live close enough to Catholic Church to go. But we were baptized as babies in the Catholic Church. But I am so thankful that there were 3 women that listened to God's call to go and share His love. And because of that seed that was planted, and then we moved to a community where in public school, a little girl sitting behind me tapped me on the shoulders and invited me to church. I think I was probably 9. And then when I went to church, I heard him say something about, if you want to be a queen, come to GAs. And I thought, oh, I want to be a queen. So I went to GAs.